Zoom, Google Meet, and MS Team are examples of. Smart Pick. Video conferencing is the correct choice.
What are the components of a WIMP interface?
Good thinking. Windows, icons, menus, pointer is the right answer. What is the largest organ in the human body? Sharp thinking. Skin is the right choice. What is human-centered design also known as? Excellent choice. User-centered design is the right answer. Which discipline is not contributing to HACCP? You got it. Your choice physics is right. Below are the components of ink, except dash. Perfect. Software is the correct choice.
A component that accepts input from a user.
Solid response. Input is a valid choice. This protects an author's or creator's work. You're right. Copyright is the correct answer. The word computer comes from Latin, namely. Nice selection. Compute is the correct and valid answer.
Convert 100 into decimal.
Smart move. 12 is an accurate answer. Gestalt and space theories comes under. You chose problem solving, and it is correct. How many bits are in a kilo? Great thinking. 1024 about 1,000 is the right choice. Current common interaction styles include clear logic, your choice, all of the above is sound and 100% true. What is the key characteristic of Web 2.0? Exactly. Sharing and openness makes sense. And it is right choice. Who co-founded Microsoft with Bill Gates? Great job! Paul Allen is the accurate answer. What are the two types of long-term memory? Strong choice. Episodic and semantic is the right answer. This term is used to describe frameworks. On track. Development platform is the correct answer. How many categories are there for users? Well reasoned. 3 is the correct choice. One of the features of vision perception. Well picked. Brightness is the correct answer. What are the 3 types of touch receptors? Excellent. Mechanoreceptors, thermoreceptors, nociceptors is a brilliant choice. How many binary units are in a megabyte? Bravo. About 1 million is the answer. Early operating system developed for PCs. Right again. Of these is a valid answer. Episodic and semantic memory comes under. Good job. Your answer Lentium works well here. Which of these is an example of a Lucid? Nicely done. Smartphone is a solid answer. Short-term memory rapid access time is? Right choice 70 is the best answer. Which term is not used in declaration? Valid point. Output is true. What are the 3 types of human memory? Well done. Short-term, long-term, sensory is the right choice. Which is not real-time communication? Correct. Email is the right answer. Who co-founded Apple with Steve Jobs? Nice work. You chose Steve Wozniak and it is correct. This is an example of a search engine. Correct response. Google is the most accurate answer.
What are the principles of web design?
Great thinking. 6 is the right choice. What are the 3 components of ASCII?
Solid response. User, computer, and interface is a valid choice.
Human cognitive process involves dash.
Nice selection. All of the above is the correct and valid answer.
Dash is often actually task switching. Sharp thinking, multitasking is the right choice. One of the type is not the reasoning.
Strong choice. Sensational reasoning is the right answer.
Int led 1 equal to 4. What statement is this?
Clear logic. Your choice declaration is sound and 100% true.
Dash is the brightness of the color.
Smart pick. Intensity is the correct choice. Non-volatile RAM is referred as dash.
Perfect.
Flash memory is the correct choice.
Random scan display is also known as.
You chose vector display, and it is correct. Hi-C principles composes of how many?
Excellent. 4 is a brilliant choice.
A terabyte is how many binary units?
Well done. About 1 trillion is the right choice.
This is an example of a web browser.
Valid point. Safari is true.
It is considered a computer output.
Well picked. Printer is the correct answer.
Convert 20 into binary.
You're right. 1 on 100 is the correct answer. Examples of recognition in the U. Well reasoned. All answers are correct is the correct choice. Responsive in building Wu means. You got it. Your choice fast is right. Sound of frequency is called as.
Nicely done. Pitch is a solid answer.
Which is not an input device. Nice work. You chose printer and it is correct. File sent via with an email. Good job. Your answer attachment works well here. 3 important parts of XC.
Great job. All correct is the accurate answer.
The common storage format is.
Right choice. Rich text format is the best answer.
Which are web page elements?
Correct response. Paragraphs is the most accurate answer.
Which is an output device?
Correct. Speaker is the right answer.
What does usability mean?
Excellent choice. Effectuality, efficiency, and satisfaction is the right answer.
Iconic memory deals with. Right again. Visual stimuli is a valid answer. What does C stand for?
Smart move. Human-computer interaction is an accurate answer.
Bots is a name given to. On track. Software agent is the correct answer. What does GUI stand for? Good thinking. Graphical user interface is the right answer.
GUI stands for dash.
Exactly. Graphical user interface makes sense and it is right choice. Electronic mail. Bravo, email is the answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Good job.
Your answer contact Narayan Changda works well here.